Steen, a new speaker for the pro-life cause, and for whom we are very grateful. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you, Katrina. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming here today. It's really a privilege to address such a wonderfully large and diverse group of people. Gathered here this afternoon, we have parents who have cared for their daughters through a crisis pregnancy and have helped to raise their grandchildren. We have women who have been violated and became pregnant as a result. We have couples who were given the news that their babies would not survive long after birth. We have people who've been affected by suicide. We have women and men who have been hurt by abortion. And we have adopted people who appreciate the gift of life. We come from different political, social, and religious backgrounds. But what unites us is the belief that every human life has an intrinsic value, and that it can never be right deliberately to take the life of a completely innocent human being. We oppose abortion because we believe in compassion and justice. Real compassion, the sort that supports women in crisis pregnancies, not the cold compassion of the abortion clinic. And real justice, available to all, not denied to those whose voices cannot yet be heard. We here gathered today believe that it's the state's duty and the moral duty of all of us as citizens to support and defend the lives of women in difficulty and their babies. This is not an impossibility. It is not asking too much. To date, Irish doctors and nurses have spared no effort to save the lives of women and babies. There is never a direct and intentional attack on a baby in an Irish hospital. That is, until now. For now, our government intends to enact legislation that will require doctors to go against the first principle of medicine, to do no harm. And why? They say the European Court of Human Rights requires this legislation. It does no such thing. The clarity required in our law can be achieved without legislating for abortion. They say it is necessary to provide clarity to doctors. It does no such thing. The grey areas that we heard so much about are still grey. Clinical decisions still have to be made, and doctors still have to make those decisions, just as they always have done. The bill gives no assistance to doctors in this regard. They say it's necessary to protect women's lives. It does no such thing. There is no further protection offered in this bill that women do not already have. And worse, abortion is legitimised as a treatment for suicide when there is no medical evidence of this. In fact, we know that women are more at risk of developing mental health difficulties following an abortion. This bill makes no provision for the proper treatment of suicidal women. They say it's necessary to protect babies. It does no such thing. For the first time in the history of this country, our government is poised to legalise the direct and intentional killing of innocent children at the hands of trained surgeons. Proponents of the bill also defend the intentional induction of early labour, thereby risking a baby's life and health. We've been told that such children would then be institutionalised in state care. They call it the Protection of Life During Pregnancy Bill. Well, this is one piece of legislation that does not do what it says on the tin. This afternoon, gathered here as we are in our tens of thousands, we appeal to our politicians, to our representatives, please stop this bill. Reconsider. It is not too late to do the right thing. There is a better way for women and their children. Thank you all.